This is my first attempt at a carrot stretch session with Wells. So I'm gonna bring him back in the stall a little further. He already knows how to touch the target. If I can get him to come back here. Come on, come here. No, okay, here. Oh, don't hurt my camera, please. Thank you. And with him where he's a little overeager, I'm gonna try to take my time between asking for touches, but also I don't want him to grab my camera. Hey babe, you see the target? It's over here. And with the first time with stuff, you're just gonna have to wait things out a little bit. Don't get frustrated if, even though they already know how to touch the target, it's a little more challenging for them when you put it different places. A lot of times if they're struggling, it's because they have a hard time bending that way. And that's why this activity is super important. With carrot stretches, I don't super care exactly where you put it, as long as you're moving it and asking for different places. And then kind of making a note. That's why I like to video my sessions, because I like to see what things they maybe struggled with and are maybe getting better later. Most horses are gonna have a side that works better than others. And let's see if we can figure this one out. Sometimes over the back, they're not quite sure what you're asking. So I'm gonna put it in a spot that's a lot easier for him to reach and just wait it out. Good boy. So this is the side I've already identified that he's not quite as flexible bending towards. And so I'm gonna leave it here and make it easy for him. And you don't have to always wait for them to touch it exactly, just even going towards it in the beginning, especially when we're trying to build up some confidence, is really helpful. So now that he's done that, I'm gonna move it, and I'm still holding it kind of out from his body, so he can bend without having to really curl back in on himself, which tends to be a little easier. So he's looking at me like, lady, what the heck? So I'm gonna make it a little easier and just give him some time to sit with it and think about it. A lot of times when they do this, it's because the next touch is a little hard. So that one he had to like kind of prepare himself for. Now I'm gonna reach under his legs and see how he does with that. This brings the target a lot lower. Sometimes that's easier for them. He's doing really well. I'm actually super impressed. Sometimes horses will want to just like follow the target. And then you'll get them like kind of circling around you, which is why I like to do it in kind of a smaller space. It makes that a little bit more challenging, but sometimes a smaller space can freak them out. So you kind of have to just play around with it and see what works. I'm gonna switch back over to the other side. See how we do. So he's kind of got himself, see if he can figure out that he needs to, oh, he's giving me a nice crunch. I'm gonna go ahead and reward that because I like it. And now I'm gonna wait for a carrot stretch over here. Good boy. I'm gonna work my way back. Overall, he seems really flexible. But I definitely noticed that he's stiffer bending to the right. Over here, babe. Sometimes you can kind of use the target to lead them back like that. Over here. Over here. I'm gonna do one under his legs. Good boy. And then one right here. Good boy. That was a really good first session for him. Good boy. After you do your first session, make sure you check out your training skills to kind of see where they are so that you can mark the improvement, because that's where the real magic happens.